Hiram, folks, what do you say? By golly, welcome to the show. Got a big one for you here tonight, no kidding. Yep, got a lot of singing guys with pitch pipes out there. Rolls right along, I'll tell you, beautiful. Celebrating Al Jolson tonight. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of familiar tunes and everything. Yeah, I'm Pop, stagehand, yeah. Don't have to applaud, I'm too old, I can't hear you anyway. So, this is it, yeah. Winter Garden Theater, where it all started for Al Jolson. Yeah, we're over here in the trunk, I'll show you. We're running out of time. Oh, there. Yeah, here's his very first show, the big one. This is La Belle Paris at, get the dust off her for you here. There it is, La Belle Paris, Al Jolson right there. Yeah, 1911, you know. Yeah, right here, the old Winter Garden. This is where the famous phrase that Al said was first born. Folks, you ain't heard nothing yet. How I love a Jolson song. I couldn't find it in Carolina in the morning. No, the cookie sweeter than the sweetie when I meet her in the morning. I'll tell you where the morning glories twine around the door, whispering pretty stories that I long to hear once more. Strolling with my girlie when the girl's early in the morning. Butterflies will flutter up and kisses little buttercup at dawning. And if I had a laughing time for only a day, I'd make a wish and here's what I'd say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. That's where the morning glories twine around the door, whispering pretty stories that I long to hear once more. Strolling with my girlie where the dew is pearly early in the morning. Butterflies will flutter up and kisses little buttercup at dawning. And if I had a time for only a day, I'd make a wish and here's what I'd say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. In the morning. Carolina. I tell you, they're something, aren't they? Huh? Look at that, boy. They had choreography and everything. Did you notice how they... I wish I was young and could do that again, but... Well, I'll take this trunk off. Like I said, this Winter Garden Theater here, this is where Al had a lot of firsts in this theater. Yeah, he introduced the first Sunday shows. Yep, he used to give shows on Sunday. That's when he also introduced some of his new songs. He'd give a nice little boost to some of them young producers, and some of them young songwriters like that Gershwin boy, George, and then he also helped out that Irving Berlin guy, too. Yeah, he was a young kid then, too, but like I said, he introduced a lot of great songs on Sundays like these.
paradise is waiting down there for ya. I've got a peach of a pa, peach of a ma. Oh, what a peach of a couple they are. There's a preacher preaches down in Georgia, always ready to say, he'll say, will you love and obey? I'll bet you'll pick yourself a peach of a wife, settle down to a peach of a life. Everything is peaches down in way down south in Georgia. Have yourself the time of your life. Pick yourself a peach of a wife. Everything is peaches down in Georgia.
Boy, I love that kind of song, Jet. You can understand the words and everything. That's good. Yeah. Not like this stuff they got today. Well, Al was just a kid. He moved to Washington, D.C. with his family. That's where Al first started hearing them little kids singing songs about the South. Love that, yeah. You know, in those days, they didn't have those drive-by shootings. No, sir. What they had was drive-by shoutings. A little kid would yell at Al on his way by and go, April showers. Hit him right in the head. Yeah. Also, that's where Al first started rap. Yep. He'd sing a song, kid would say, I don't like it, Al would give him a rap. Yeah. But he introduced some great songs, just like this one. Yes, sir.
Everything seems lovely when you start to roam.
The birds are singing.
The birds are singing the day that you stray.
But wait
until you are further away.
You'll find that
things won't be so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you'll keep saying when you're far from home. I'll be praying that I get to see my Mammy. The sun shines east, the sun shines west, but I just learned where the sun shines best.
When Al was only 12, he was given a minor part in a Broadway show. When it closed, he and his brother Harry started a vaudeville act. They were a big hit. In fact, everything was going very well.
I'm sitting on top of the world, just rolling along, because I'm quitting the blues of the world, just singing a song, Glory, hallelujah, I just go, Parson, ain't working ready to go, just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm ready to fall, because I'm sitting on top of the world.
Rolls right along, doesn't it? Huh? That's good stuff, boys. Yes, sir. 1932, Al got his first job in radio. Yes, sir. Yeah. Worked with a good friend of his, Ted Lewis. Wrote that famous song with Ted, part of it anyway. You know what it is? Just kind of whisper among you if you do. But worked for NBC and Chevrolet. When Al came on, he made the announcement like this. Guy'd cup his ear and he'd go, the National Broadcasting Company, in conjunction with the National Broadcasting Company. The National Broadcasting Company and Chevrolet. The National Broadcasting Company with Chevrolet presents Al Jolson and his friends.
Me and my shadow strolling down the avenue, me and my shadow, not a soul to tell our troubles to, and when it's 12 o'clock, we climb the stair. We never knock, for nobody's there, just me and my shadow, all alone and feeling blue for you. I wish we two could climb the stair and find someone there, just me and my shadow, all alone and feeling blue, oh so blue. Nighttime shadows stealing, shades of night revealing, all alone and feeling blue, so blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vintage Blend.
Sweet Adeline, my Adeline, at night, dear heart, for you I pine. In all my dreams, your fair face beams. You're the flower of my heart, sweet Adeline, sweet Adeline. You're the flower of my heart, sweet Adeline, sweet Adeline. Cause I told you of a dream in my my baby, I think you're absolutely wonderful. But what do you think of me? What do you think of me? You stole into my heart just like an inspiration, and we could be a marvelous combination. I think you're positively beautiful. You're all my eyes can see. How could any baby be so sweet? The Lord was mighty kind to let us meet. Oh, I think you're absolutely wonderful. But tell the world, what do you think of me? Time is here to tell you, dear, what my heart's been trying to say about a year. Though it's mighty hard to say, love has made me find a way, like a song the whole day long. You've been running through my mind, but something's wrong. Though I've tried to speak these words to you before, I guess I'll try them all once more. You know, my baby, I think you're absolutely wonderful. But what do you think of me? What do you think of me? You stole into my heart just like an inspiration, and we could be a marvelous combination. I think you're positively beautiful. You're all my eyes can see.
How could any baby be so sweet?
The Lord was mighty kind to let us meet. Oh, I certainly think you're just absolutely wonderful. But tell me, dear, what do you think? 'Cause I told you all the dream in my heart. Tell me I'm the one that you stars up above know what I'm dreaming of. Tell me I'm the one that you love.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are the Vintage Blend. It's a pleasure to be here again this evening. First, I want to tell you a little fact before we start. Did you know that 75% of the Earth's surface is covered by water? 75%. 20% of that water has fallen on Los Angeles in the last month. I'd like to take this time right now, because we usually don't do this in the show, and introduce the members of the quartet. Brad Cole is our baritone, Norm Bone our bass, John Whitener the lead, and myself, Chris Benuti, the tenor. Right now, we'd like to sing for you a song about the Old South. It's a medley that our lead, John Whitener, put together. He writes a lot of our songs. We try to do original music, and if not original, we try to do new arrangements of old music. So right now, we're going to do one that Al Jolson actually sang the middle song in this medley, and we hope you enjoy it.
Where do you go when you want to be happy? Where do you go to have fun? Where is a place that puts the others to shame? The top of the line, number one. Where do you go to see a Dixieland band play, or hear a quartet singing all those chords, those chords? What do I say when people ask me the way? Well, you gotta go south where it's warm. That's why I'm going south. Taste the sugar cane right in my mouth. All the world is sweet away down south, where I spent my happy days. Those happy days, I hear the rustling corn. Birds are singing in the early morn. They sing in the little town where I was born, way down Alabama way. I just can't picture old Joe with his old banjo. I can hear him strumming a tune.
That old quartet, I can hear them yet,
Singing by the silvery moon, by the light of the silvery moon,
of the silvery moon.
There's nobody gonna hold me back. I'm going south, I'm going down, and I'm asking now. Where do you go when you dream of the sunshine and steamboats that sail on the bay? Warm summer nights that you spend strolling with your sweetheart will melt all your troubles away. Hey, I see it now, that old paddle wheel a churning, and my friends are there to welcome me aboard. What do I say when they keep asking me the way? Well, you gotta go south where it's warm, my friend. You know that I'm going down. I'm going down, way down south, way down south.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In the earlier part of this century, our country was engaged in a world war, and it took many sweethearts away from each other. And this next song expresses the feelings of a soldier boy having to part from his love.
He stood in her doorway at the end of the day, and gently he whispered, goodbye. But he knew in his heart that he'd find a way to return and to stay by her side. Smile the while you kiss me sad adieu. When the clouds roll by, I'll come to you, then the skies will seem more blue. Down in Lover's Lane, my dearie, wedding bells will ring so merrily, ding dong. Every tear will be a memory, so wait and pray each night for me till we meet again. When we meet again, I'll be with you in apple blossom time. I'll be with you to change your name to mine one day in May. I'll come and say, happy the bride the sun shines on today. What a wonderful wedding there will be. What a wonderful day for you and me. Church bells will chime, you will be mine in apple blossom time. So wait Till we meet again, I'll be with you.
Thanks, folks. We really appreciate singing for you this evening. There's a lot more show to come, so we have one more number we'd like to sing for you.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining in the heart of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. When it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining in the heart of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and it's just a dream away.
Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to us sing. Before we go, is anyone here from out of town? Where are you from? Shout it out. Sorry? I said I'm sorry.
Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. When it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining in the heart of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow. And it's just a dream away. Just a dream away.
All right. Like a snowstorm going by there, wasn't it? All right. Good, yeah. Well, that radio program I told you about in 1932 didn't last too long for Al. They only did about 17 shows. He said a little something on the air there that Chevrolet didn't like. Took him right off. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so he had to go back to live performing. Went back to the Palace Theater in New York. Yep, big theater. Yeah, a lot of people. He got up in front of those people and he said, and he said, wait a minute, I don't need this. And he shouted, you ain't heard nothing yet. 6,200 people stood up and said, we can't hear ya. When Al found out he was hard of hearing, yep, and he got a hearing aid. Said to his manager one day, I got it all worked out now. I got a brand new hearing aid. Yeah, I can hear everything now. And this is very expensive. His manager said, what kind is it? Al said, it's about $1:45. Oh, well, yeah. But then Hal got a new job with Kraft back on the air again, and that's when he introduced some great ballads, just like these. Yep, beauties.
Little pal, if Daddy goes away,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Looney Tunes.
Thank you.
Over curtain lights, this is it, the night of nights. No more rehearsing and nursing a part. We know every part by heart. Over curtain lights, this is it, we'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it, da-la-da-da.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're Looney Tunes, or could you tell? Anyway, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the members of the quartet. This is Todd, he sings lead. That's Dave, he sings bass. This is Tom, he sings tenor. My name is Brian, I sing baritone. We're going to enjoy ourselves up here. We hope you enjoy yourselves. Hope you don't get done before we do.
And oh, what heights we'll hit, so on with the show tonight. All night.
Thank you.
I live on a farm, a funny farm, a life so simple and free. Who's free? I got a padded cell and brand new pajamas and a girl who's in love with me. The name of my sweetheart is Pearl. Small technicality, my Pearl has a split personality. I call her Pearl, my rural plural girl. My girl, she's schizophrenic. She sets my heart in a whirl. What a girl, when I'm taking out my pearly, she prefers if I'm not late. It's best to show up early when you're taking out a double date. Pearl, my rural plural girl, my girl, they're the one and only girl for me, for me. I really love a Pearl, my rural plural girl. They're my one and only girl with laughing eyes and saucy curls. Saucy curls, thank you. When you love a squirrely girlie, she can keep you on the run. But she doubles my pleasure and doubles my fun, 'cause she's two girls in one. Oh, Pearl, my rural plural girl, my girl. They're the one and only girl in this whole wide world. They're the one and only girl. Three, I'm not a crown. They're the one and only girl. Oh, what a girlie for me. My little Pearlie and me. And me.
Thank you.
Pretty good, huh? I just wanted to relate a little story, something that happened to us as a bunch of friends a little while back. You know, we sing as a quartet, but we're also friends. We do favors for each other from time to time. And, well, Todd lived in this house, and he bought another house, but he hadn't sold the first house that he lived in, and decided he needed a burglar system set up in the house. So he asked our resident genius, Tom, to do just that. So Tom set up the system. Todd wanted somebody to test the system. So he asked Dave and I to do just that, and figured the best way to test the system would be to break into the house like a burglar would do, right? So dressed Dave up like a burglar, and broke into the window there like a burglar would do. Stepped in, and first thing he saw, which would be the first thing a burglar would see, was a Doberman pincer with a parrot on its head. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Anyway, he goes about his burglar business, starts putting stuff in the burglar bag, and the Doberman sits up, and the parrot sits up on his head, and the parrot goes,
Don't do that, don't do that.
so he freezes. Now, they don't look terribly menacing or anything, and so he starts to move really slowly. They don't do anything, so he moves on to the next room, starts putting more stuff in the bag. The Doberman follows him. The parrot sits up on his head again. The parrot goes,
Don't do that, don't do that.
so he freezes again. And they still don't do anything, so he moves on into the next room, starts putting more stuff in the bag. Doberman follows him again. Parrot sits up on his head again. Parrot goes,
Don't do that, don't do that.
by this time he's getting pretty sick of this. He says, you stupid parrot, can't you say anything else? And the parrot goes,
Sick him.
and now for a word from our sponsor. Snap, what a happy sound. Snap is the happiest sound I've found. You can clap, rap, tap, slap, but snap makes the world go round.
I say it's crackle the crispy sound. You gotta have crackle or the clock's not wound. Geese cackle, feathers tickle, bells buckle, beats pickle, but crackle makes the world go round.
I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. You can't stop hopping till the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round. I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. I can't stop hopping till the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round. I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. You can't stop hopping till the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round. Kellogg's best to you.
Thank you.
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
That means it's time for my solo now, right?
No. We talked about that, Todd. We figured, the solo isn't quite ready to be performed for, a public audience, so we're going to do another song. Thanks anyway.
Come on along, you can't go wrong with a Saturday matinee song. What a song! And now it's time. It's time to get things started. It's time to get it right. Everybody's ready to go for the Muppet Show tonight. Rehearsal time is over, our lines are memorized. Everybody's ready to go, and now it's show time. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, we love you, you're ready and you're willing. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? It's time to catch that villain. Roadrunner, the coyote's after you. Roadrunner, if he catches you through. Roadrunner, you never bother anyone. Just running down the road, your idea of having fun. Oh, boom, 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 bum, bum, bum,
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
I live in a garbage can. My girlfriend is Olive. She bathes in palm olive. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
And Flintstones meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock. They're a page right out of history. History, let's ride with the family down the street. Through the courtesy of friends 2 feet. When you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba do time, a dabba do time. We'll have a gay old ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da with a good old Saturday matinee.
That's all, folks.
Song of that song.
Thank you.
But seriously, folks, now we'd like to feature one of the better singers in our quartet. And
Wait. It was my turn to sing.
okay, so we're not going to feature one of the better singers in the quartet then.
It's your turn to talk.
Introduce. We planned.
And now, we'd like to sing for you a bowlful salad, a soulful ballad dummy, sung by me. Not you, me. Sung by Brian. Thank you very much.
Tom, you're about one step away from an idiot.
My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. And dear, I wonder if you find love an optical illusion too.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people pass by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you.
I only have eyes for you.
And now for the country western portion of our program.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow.
Don't have a cow, man.
E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, moo-moo there, moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a turkey.
Turkey.
E-I-E-I-O, with a gobble gobble here and a gobble gobble there, here a gobble there, gobble everywhere, gobble, gobble here and a moo moo there, here a moo there. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a duck. E-I-E-I-O, with a quack quack here and a quack quack there, here a quack there, a quack everywhere, quack quack, gobble gobble here and a gobble gobble there, gobble gobble. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a goose.
I'm not going to stand next to him no more.
E-I-E-I-O, with a honk honk here and a honk honk there, here a honk everywhere, a honk honk quack quack here and a quack quack there. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
All right, enough already. Let's just finish this song. Jeez.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O, yeah.
Thank you.
They're a bunch of good animals. Well, after having to suffer through that, now you'd like to hear my solo, right? Right? You'd like to hear... They want to hear my solo.
When there's darkness on the delta, that's the time my heart is mine. When there's darkness on the delta, let me linger in the shelter of the night. What I'm singing. Fields of cotton all around me, voices singing soft and low. Lord, I'm lucky that you found me where the muddy Mississippi waters flow. Lounging on the levee, listen to the nightingale. Way up above, laughter on the levee. Noah's heart is heavy. All God's children got someone to love. When it's darkness on the delta, only heaven is in sight. When it's darkness on the delta, let me linger in the shelter of the night. Take it. Oh, let me linger in the shelter of the night. Shelter of the night.
Thank you.
Good night.
not me. Nobody knows where Susie goes. No, nobody knows but me. If you knew Susie like I know Susie, oh, what a gal. She wears long dresses and nice tight dresses. Oh, what a future she possesses out in public. Oh, how she can yawn, but get her in the parlor. You would think the war was on if you knew Susie just like I know Susie. Oh, what a gal, my gal. Oh, what a gal. Susie is
We're going to take about a 14-minute intermission. I know you'd like to keep going, but we need to learn the songs for the second half. So while we're learning them, there are restrooms in the lobby. There's also a ladies' restroom out through that door and to your right. And during this time, you receive little blue cards with your program. If you'll fill those out, we'd be happy to add you to our mailing list. Or if you think you'd like to come down on a Tuesday evening and sing with us, it would be our pleasure to have you. So as soon as the lights come down, oh, incidentally, after the show, we're all going to be meeting at Shakey's. This is serious. We're going to be at Shakey's on Laurel Canyon and Chandler. So if you'd like to join us, we'd be happy to have you. It'll blow their minds. We'll order 500 pepperoni pizzas, and it'll be great. So the minute the house lights start to come down, if everybody could take their seats as quickly as possible so we can start the second half. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Harmony Tradition Chorus.
I love the Jolson song. The memories linger on, and I just can't help but sing along when I hear a Jolson song. It comes as no surprise when teardrops fill your eyes, and there's no need to apologize when you hear a Jolson song. Sing a song of Swanee, give me one more rockabye. Sonny boy and Mammy makes me wanna cry. I see a silhouette I never will forget. Say, folks, you ain't heard nothing yet. How I love a Jolson song. Singing Mammy on his knee. Alabama's a place to be. Is it any mystery why I love Jolson? I see a silhouette I never will forget. Say, folks, you ain't heard nothing yet. Love a Jolson, sing another Jolson. Love a Jolson song, a song of Mammy and Alabama. A good Jolson song, Jolson song.
Bum bum, oh my honey, let's go, oh my honey. Better hurry and let's meander. Ain't you going, oh ain't you going to the leader man, ragged meter man? Oh my honey, let's go, oh my honey. Let me take you to Alexander's grandstand. Brass band, ain't you coming along? Come on in here, come here, come on in here, come here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, right here, come on in here, right here. It's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. So natural that you wanna go to war. That's just the bestest band what am. My honey lamb. Come on along, come on along. Let me take you by the hand. To the man, to the man, to the man, to the man who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear that Swanee River played in ragtime, come on in here, come on in here, come on in here, come on in here. Alexander's ragtime band. Hear that music, ain't it grand? It's the best band in the land. Ragtime band.
Boy, that got your toe tapping, didn't it? Oh, that's great. That really was. All right, well, that's intermission. So go on out, have yourself a drink back there. They got donuts and everything, so you can go back and... What? I did? Flies when you're having a good time, doesn't it? Boy. Well, anyway, you probably saw my wife back there. Yeah, she's probably around hanging around them donuts. Putting on a little weight back there, you know it. Probably spotted her, yeah. I know she's putting on weight because we got one of them electric scales at home, talking kind of thing. She gets on it and it says, "One at a time, please." Going up. Went to a masquerade party last month. She wore green pajamas and went as 2 acres of crabgrass. Beautiful. Well, get on with the show here. About 1916, I guess it was, Al got into his very first movie. Yeah, didn't make a very big impression. The review said that Jolson made the same impression in movies as the super chief going through Elkhart. But anyway, Al was on his way to Hollywood.
When the wintry winds are blowing and the snow is starting to fall, then my eyes turn westward, knowing that's a place I love the best of all. California, I've been blue since I've been away from I can't wait till I get going, even now I'm starting to fall. Hear me call. California, here I come, right back where I started from. Where flowers and flowers bloom in the sun. Each morning at dawn and birdies sing and everything a sun-kissed miss said. Don't be late, that's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. A lovely sun-kissed miss said, don't be late. That's why
Well, it took old Al a while to really strike it big there in the movies. He made a lot of them, and everybody said didn't like it. But then, by golly, along came a big one for him. Yep, it had 6 songs in it, called The Jolson Story. That's the big one for him. We got a film clip of that right here to show you. That's where he had his famous saying, "Wait a minute, you ain't heard nothing yet." But, of course, they had a little trouble with the film at first. Well, here, I'll show you. Wait a minute. Say again, man, right? Wait a minute. You ser tomorrow, eh? Wait a minute. You see again? Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Sing toot, toot, toot.
goodbye and goodbye. Goodbye, Tootsie, goodbye, goodbye. Yesterday I heard a lover sigh. Goodbye, goodbye, oh me, oh my. 7 times he got aboard his train, and 7 times he hurried back to kiss his love again and tell her Tootsie goodbye. Goodbye, Tootsie, don't cry. Believe me, the choo-choo train that takes me away from you, no words can tell how sad it makes me. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again. Just watch for the mail. I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. Oh, Tootsie, don't cry, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye, goodbye. When somebody says goodbye to me, I'm sad as I can be, as I can be. Not so with this loving Romeo. He seemed to take a lot of pleasure saying bye-bye to his treasure. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again. Oh, Tootie, watch for the mail, I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. My honey, Tootsie, don't cry, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye. I won't be gone long, and I won't do you wrong. Goodbye, Tootsie, goodbye, goodbye.
For Jolson's second movie, The Singing Fool, Al wanted a sentimental song about a father and his young son. His writers in New York put together something in an hour, strictly as a joke, one that was as hokey as you could get. They thought Al would get a great laugh out of it, but it didn't quite work out that way.
Climb upon my knees, sonny boy, sonny boy. You are only 3. Sonny boy, sonny boy. You've no way of knowing, there's no way of showing what you mean to me, sonny boy. Sonny boy, friends may forsake me, let them all forsake me. You pull me through, sonny boy, sonny boy. You're sent from heaven, and I know your words. You made a heaven for me right here on earth. When I'm old and gray, dear, promise you won't stray, dear. I love you so, sonny boy. I know that you are sent from heaven, and I know your worth. You made a heaven for me right here on earth. And then the angels
sunny boy.
No one equaled Jolson as a performer. Offstage was a different story. He needed an audience to do his best work. 3 marriages ended in divorce, and the other woman cited was always his audience. Jolie needed applause, not a wife. And after World War II, the applause was slipping fast, but Jolson and a screenwriter hatched an idea that was to put the rainbow back around his shoulder.
I'm happy, so happy, walking on air. The why and the wherefore is someone I care for. Therefore I'm yelling, I'm telling folks everywhere. I know that she loves me, so what do I care? There's a rainbow round my shoulder and the sky all blue above. Oh, the sun shines bright, the world's all right, 'cause I'm in love. There's a rainbow round my shoulder and it fits me like a glove. Let it blow and storm, but I'll be warm, 'cause I'm in love. Hallelujah, how the folks will stare when they see that I'm in solitaire. That my little sugar baby is going to wear. Yes, sir. There's a rainbow round my shoulder and the sky all blue above. And I'm shouting so the world will know that I'm in love. How the folks will stare when they see that I'm in solitaire. That my little sugar baby is going to wear. Yes, sir. There's a rainbow round my shoulder and the sky all blue above. And I'm shouting so the world will know I'm in love. I'm in love.
The big idea was to put Jolson's life story on film. Larry Parks starred as Jolson, but Al recorded all the songs. When the Jolson story premiered, audiences loved it. They went crazy as Jolie sang his old standards.
Mammy mine, your little rolling stone that's rolled away, roll away. Mammy mine, your rolling stone is rolling home today. There to stay, just to see your smiling face. Smile a welcome sign. When I'm in your fond embrace, listen, Mammy mine. Rock-a-bye your baby with a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie. Just hang my cradle, Mammy mine, right on the Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the love that's in ya. Weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me. So sweet and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing the Swanee River. Rock-a-bye, your rock-a-bye baby with the Dixie melody. Oh, weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me. Sing that song for me, sweet and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rhythm and Rhyme.
What a sound gather round while I tell you about a brand new blues. Honey, I've been down to Memphis town, where the people smile on you all the while. Hospitality, they all were good to me. I couldn't spend a dime, I had the greatest time. I went out a dancing with a Tennessee deer. A fella there named Handy had a band you should hear. Oh, walk, walk while the dancers sway. Those old musicians play real harmony. I never will forget the tune that Handy called the Memphis Blues. Those low-down Memphis blues. And they had a fiddler man who played like nobody can. Oh, Lordy, how the dancers all sway. And then the slide trombone enters when the others play. When the trumpet and the clarinet play, it moans just like a sinner on revival day. Syncopated and modulated, to hear them play that razzmatazz. My heart feels gay to hear them play those Memphis blues. It's got a rhythm and a rhyme. Let me hear old Handy one more time. Let me hear the blues from Memphis town. What a song from Memphis.
Well, thank you very much. Rhythm and Rhyme is delighted to be here. Yes, we like the neighborhood right here. This is great. I'd like to introduce the guys. I mentioned Craig's name already. He's our tenor and sings the highest notes you will probably hear sung by an adult male. Craig Ewing. Yes, thank you. And singing the melodic line, or the tune, or the melody, if you will, the young man behind me, Dean Waters on the melody. Now, after hearing the parade of quartets this evening, you probably have noticed that in each foursome, there's one voice that is real special, and it stands out, and it makes everything work. It's the most beautiful voice, and my name is Les Durgan, and I sing the baritone. No, our bass, Tim McDonald. There you are, sir.
The hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway, the rumble of the subway train, the rattle of the taxis, and daffodils who entertain at Angelo's and Maxie's when a Broadway baby says goodnight. It's early in the morning. Manhattan babies don't sleep tight until the dawn. Good night, baby. Good night. Milkman's on his way. He's on his way. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day and listen to the lullaby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the cafes in town, you are known as a clown. How happy you seem to be. But in back of your smile, there's a tear all the while. And sorrow that no one can see. For the life that you lead isn't real, little girl. I know just how you feel. How you feel. Rings on your fingers and heartaches inside. You're the lonesomest girl in town. Everyone's buddy, but nobody's bride. You're the lonesomest girl in town. Too many parties that bring you no fun. Too many bright lights instead of the sun. Too many sweethearts, but not the right one. You're the lonesomest girl in town. You're the kind of a girl that men forget. The lonesomest girl in
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're going to do a song for you now that's a little bit more modern than anything you've heard up to this point, I think. And there's one thing about this song I'd like you to pay careful attention to. This song is not a song about drinking, not a song about getting drunk. You may think that, and you may not have paid attention to words. If you pay attention very carefully, you will hear that this is a very special song, a love song, about a feeling in your heart, a love so great that it makes you feel intoxicated.
Scotch and soda, mud in your eye. Baby, do I feel high? Oh me, oh my. Do I feel high? Oh my, do I feel high? Try and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eyes, oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Give me lovin', baby. I feel high, I feel high. Oh, baby, give me lovin', baby. I feel makes me feel high, so high.
How about for you? Good going, Dino. Boy, have I got a story for you. There were these three pieces of string. They walked into a bar one day to get a cold drink, and they sat down at a table. 3 pieces of string, you heard me correctly. And they sat down at a round table, and the first one got up and went to the bartender and says, "Bartender, I'd like to have a cold beer for myself and my 2 friends at the table." The bartender says, "I'm sorry, but we don't serve strings in this bar." Well, he went back and told the guys that they have to go some other place. Well, the second string got up and says, "I'll take care of it for us," and walked up to the bartender and said, "Sir, I'd like to have a beer for myself and my 2 friends at the table. We'd like to drink them and we'll leave, no problem at all." Bartender says, "I'm going to tell you like I told your buddy. Read the sign. We don't serve strings in this bar." Well, pretty dejected, he walked back to the table and said they got to go. Well, the third piece of string got up and said, "I got an idea." So he stood up, he tied the bottom of himself into a bow, and then he fluffed out the top of his hair. Well, he pranced up to the bartender and said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Could I have a beer for myself and my 2 friends at the table?" Now, anybody that looked like that and sounds like that, this bartender looked up and down pretty darn close. And he says to the string, he says, "Hey, wait a minute." He says, "Aren't you a string?" He says, "No, I'm afraid not." Yeah, you're just now getting it anyway.
You know, that guy back there just got it.
Did he really?
Congratulations.
Come on and listen to me brag about that brand new barbershop. Hooray! Oh, when you hear that barbershop brag, you're sure to love it. You want more of it. When you hear 4 parts singing with the ragtime beat, you'll clap your hands and shuffle your feet. And when they lock those 7 chords in, you're bound to hear the cheering begin. They take a ballad that is soft and sweet, syncopated with a brand new beat, and from the intro right to the tag, we're gonna love that barbershop rag, that rag. Jimmy is a barber shopper down in New Orleans. He sings the lead, great quartet. They got a style that you won't forget. And they sing all about old man River and those Creole queens. And they sing their songs with a brand new beat, like the bands you hear on Bourbon Street. They can make those overtones ring, 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 ring. You really ought to hear them sing. Oh, when you hear that barbershop rag, you love it. You want more of it. When you hear 4 parts singing with the ragtime beat, you'll your hands and shuffle your feet. And when they lock those 7 chords in, you're bound to hear the cheering begin. They take a ballad that is soft and sweet, syncopated with a brand new beat, and from the intro right to the tag, you're gonna love that barbershop rag. So come along and feel that beat. Everybody stop your feet. Love to hear that down-home barbershop rag.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be the first one to remind you that there are exactly 299 shopping days left until Christmas. And the reason I bring this up to you, and these guys don't even know it, is we have just been invited back to sing on the LA chapter Christmas show. It's going to be great. We're really looking forward to it. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I just heard Tim backstage say it's going to be a cold day when they invite us back. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a peach pie in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 wild tags and a peach pie in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 old monks, 2 wild tags and a peach pie in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 barber chairs, 3 old mugs, 2 wild tags, and a peach pie in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 baritons. Six day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 faces moving, 5 baritons. 4 barber chairs, 3 old mugs, 2 wild tags, and a peach pie in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 faces moving, 5 baritons.
That's a pretty good font there.
4 barber chairs, 3 old mugs, 2 wild tags, and a peach pie in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 faces moving, 5 baritons.
I'll sign that picture for you a little later.
4 barber chairs, 3 old mugs, 2 wild tags, and a peach pie in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
I just wanted to be like Tim Conway. That's all.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Merry Christmas.
On October 23rd, 1950, Jolson was on his way to do the Bing Crosby radio show. He never made it. On the way there, he collapsed and died of a heart attack. An institution in American entertainment was gone, but a legend was beginning, and Jolson's music will be with us forever.
I feel like telling all the world about my favorite place, and I can't wait till I return to see a friendly face. Pardon my reminiscence and please forgive a tear. I've got to sing about it now. I wish that I were near to Swanee. How I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to be among the boats in the Tahiti. My mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks aboard will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore. Swanee, 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 I'm going back to Swanee. Mammy, 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 why, Mammy, I love the old folks at home. I love ya, Swanee. How I love ya, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to me. Sitting down and easy among the folks in Mammy, waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks aboard will see me no more when I get to that Swanee
Ladies and gentlemen, the Harmony Commission Chorus. Under the direction of Richard Llewellyn. Tonight's show was produced and directed by Don Goss and Larry Goodfried, and featured our chorus quartet's Mixed Generations. Discord and Daccord. Good and Plenty. Our octets, 8 is Great. Double Pleasure. The Harmony Commission Dixieland Band. And our guests, Board of Directors. Vintage Blend. Looney Tunes.
Thank you.